everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to do another great circuit for your resistance training so you can work your entire body in a short period of time with very minimal tools. So today we're going to have a couple different bands again, just like the other day. A step, if you have one available, you can always use the bottom stair of your staircase. A small ball and a fit ball if you have one. Okay, so remember to come into these workouts warmed up and ready to move. 5 to 10 minutes of a cardio workout, get your heart rate up, get your muscles warmed up, and get in the mode to work out. Here we go. We are going to start today with a chest press. So I want your band here about chest height, or it can be, between your chest and shoulders. We are going to face away from the wall and hold onto the handles or the band on the insides of your arms. If you're holding it out here, it can kind of scrape on your top of your arms. Hold it on the insides of your elbows and it'll feel a little bit more comfortable. So I want you to step out, good posture, chest tall, pulling up through the top of your head. Starting here, we're going to press forward without going into this type of action. So you want to press forward while keeping your torso still, not going into that pressed forward range of motion. Keeping your tummy nice and tight. 6. Nice and slowly both directions. 7. And then also remember, you can always step out to make this more difficult. Step closer to the wall to make it a little bit easier. And 10. All right, good. Next, we're going to do some step downs. So this is where you're going to want to use the bottom stair of your staircase. You can use the railing on either side. I'm going to move my camera over just a little. So we're going to start on top of your step. And the goal is this is a slow and controlled movement. So I want you to step down slowly and then back up. Now the keys here are to sit your hips back. Notice my back is tall, my hips are sitting back, my knee is over my ankle. I don't want to step down this way. So, that would be normally how you go down the stair, but I really want to work on this, firing your glutes on the stair side and your quads. Now, look down every now and then. I don't want you to stare at your feet. I want good posture. But if you can look down and make sure that your knee isn't collapsing to the inside. So you want your knee staying straight over your ankle and not collapsing in like that. So if it's collapsing in like that, really work hard to keep it over that ankle. So we're doing slowly 10. When you go down, just barely tap that foot. And then I'm holding on here just lightly so that I can sit back, giving myself that balance, keeping my back nice and tall, shoulders down. 2 more. This is a really challenging one, so you may need to start with 5 on this one. All right, we're going to turn around. This one's a really easy one to do on the edge of your railing or on the bottom stair of your staircase because you have a railing on both sides. You can turn around and make it pretty easy. So I'm sitting back. I'm sitting my foot, if you notice, just a little bit behind so that I can sit back into that heel. I'm going to keep it on this side so I can face the camera a little better. Really sitting back. If you do end up sitting down, that's, stepping down, that's fine. Try the next time to just barely sit back, barely touch that foot. Now, if you're doing this correctly, you should really be feeling it burning in your quad and back here in your glute. Keeping nice and tall, making sure that knee is staying right over that ankle. Straight line, not caving in. Let's do 2 more. Sitting back, really working those glutes and quads here. Last one, and rest. Okay, good. Now, if that's something that you're able to do and you want to add a little weight, that's fine. Use one hand available to hang on to that railing, and then use the other hand to hold on to a weight. That's going to bring in a little bit more core as well, and of course make the exercise a little bit more challenging. Okay, now we're going to do, use that same step, so you can stand at the base of your stairway. And similar, okay, we're going to tap the step. So I want you to start slowly, tapping that step. And then, if this feels comfortable, I want you to increase the pace. So I want this to be a quick motion, barely just tapping. You're not stepping, just lightly tapping the top of the step. And if that feels good, you can keep going with the speed. Again, near the railing, at the bottom of the stairs. So you can go at whatever speed. Hello, Baloo. You're so excited. Here. Is the challenge to you with while it's still safe. So if this feels like a challenge, start here. But I do want it to be a little bit of a challenge so that we're challenging your balance, we're challenging your agility, challenging that power to switch those feet and raise it. This is a really good balanced drill. So challenge yourself within that. It's kind of like Goldilocks, right? Like just right, where it's a challenge, but it's not so hard you're like falling over. So just a little bit of a challenge and push yourself. Okay, next we're going to come back over to these tubes. And I have another one raised up higher. Now we're going to do triceps extension. So I'm going to switch my handles. You can always just use the same tube. I used a little stronger band for the chest press, a little lighter band for the triceps extension. Larger muscle groups, with the chest press, you're using your pecs and your triceps. This one, you're just isolating your triceps. So this is going to be a little more challenging. So I want you to stagger your feet, and then your elbows are going to stay right in your sides. Shoulders down, elbows glued to your sides. The only joint that's moving is your elbow. So this motion, you can practice it without the weight and then add the weight, and that's all you're going to do is that motion. Nice and slowly. When you bring it up here, don't let it come up here so your elbows stay glued right here. Just bending and straightening that elbow, isolating the triceps in the back of the arm. Keeping your tummy nice and tight, good posture, don't let those shoulders come up. 9 and 10. Good, nice and slowly up. Okay, triceps extension. Now we're gonna lower down to the floor and grab a small ball. I have just like an athletic play ball here that I'm going to use. This one actually is a little bit of a medicine ball, but I don't have the ball here that I wanted to use. So we're gonna do ball pass-throughs, or ball switches actually. So lying on your back, you're gonna take this ball in your hands, and before we even grab the ball, you're gonna start with your hands over your head, and you're going to touch your knees. So this is the motion that we're going to do. Before you start, think about flattening that back to the floor. So it's going to be a little bit of a posterior pelvic tilt, pressing your spine into the floor. That activates your core and gets your back out of it. Now, we're going to add the ball. So put the ball overhead, and then bring your knees. This is where it gets hard to hold your back. So keep your knees bent. Breathe. Now, if this is really challenging for you and you just can't let your back or keep your back flat, I mean, really focus on keeping those knees as bent as possible. Flatten that back, breathe. If this is possible and you're able to keep that back flat and you want to add a little challenge, you can extend those knees a little, but only if you're able to keep that back flat and you're not having any back pain. If you are having back pain, take the ball away and just do this. See if you can lift and lower those knees, just touching your knees without the ball. So try to do 5 maybe to start, 5 in your knees, 5 in your hands, so that'll be 10 total, and then you can work up from there. Like I said, really work on that little posterior pelvic tilt, flattening that back, and think about driving your spine into the floor. It's not going to. All it does is help support that back in that range of motion. Okay, now the last one we're going to do, we're going to stand up. So remember to stand up nice and slowly, letting that blood pressure return to normal. And this is where I'm going to have you grab a ball if you have one. Or you can also do this on the edge of a chair or bench or something. This can really be done anywhere. This is a range of motion and chest opener, shoulder opener. So we're going to do it's called a backstroke motion. So sitting up, good posture, put those, oh, here comes Tubby Bear. I got both of them today. Hi, Tubby Bear. We're gonna do a big range of motion, and I want you to kind of turn. Think about using your hand to pull water. So this is a really large range of motion. 3, we're turning towards that side, reaching back. The reason I like to do this on a ball is because then the back of the chair isn't in the way. And you kind of have a better path for your arm. This should feel good. We're opening up that shoulder, really stretching all along the side here, opening up your chest. 7, I may have miscounted. Let's do 3 more. If you're having shoulder pain with this, you can do a smaller range of motion. You don't have to reach up quite so high. But if you can, really work on that big, full, sweeping range of motion. I think that was 10. But you can do as many as you want of those. If those feel good, you can do those anytime. It's just a good way to open up the shoulders. We do so much here, you know, our phones, our tablets, our computers, cooking and cleaning, everything's here. So this just really opens everything up and can just bring some blood flow to those areas and make them feel good. That's the point here. So remember, let's go through these 1 or 2 more times. Follow with a good cool down and stretch. If you want to, you can add some cardio in between to get your heart rate up and make it a good, solid, maybe hour of a workout. Thank you, everybody. Remember, you can always message me if you need alterations or substitutions or some way to make things easier or harder. And then leave comments below if you would like, and we'll see you next time. Have a great workout, everybody. Thank you.